channel. Nice to see y'all back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to talk about why I chose to be vegetarian and why I'm switching to all natural and more plant-based products. Okay. So first, I knew as a child I wasn't really into meat like that. I remember saying, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a virgin. She looked back at me and said, what did you just say? I said, when I grow up, I want to be a virgin, Mom. I want to be a virgin. She was like, what's a virgin to you? I said, I don't want to eat meat anymore. Like, it's how can people hurt animals like that? And keep in mind, I am the biggest animal lover ever. And she's like, sweetheart, that's a vegetarian. You want to be a vegetarian, not a virgin. I said, well, what does virgin mean? She said, you'll learn when you grow up. In the meantime, that's a vegetarian. Oops. So as a child, I knew that I did not want to eat meat. One, I love animals. At this time, I wasn't educated on the things that are in meat and how unsanitary these animal farms are, how much cancer and disease meat causes the body. I just knew I loved animals and I didn't want to harm them. All right. I currently have 4 dogs that I rescued, and I have a hamster. And I probably every year rescue over 4 or 5 dogs, get them their shots, get them groomed, or I groom them myself and find them safe homes to stay in. So yeah, I'm an animal lover. That's one reason why I chose not to eat meat. When you're young like that, you kind of don't have a choice. You know, my dad's from Louisiana, my mom's from Chicago. They grew up eating meat. It's how they grew up and what was generationally passed on to me. Elementary, you know, Mondays are chicken nuggets, Fridays are pepperoni pizza day. There was never any vegetarian options given to us. We had spaghetti with meat sauce. And I honestly don't think that's fair because everybody doesn't eat meat. And I personally, when I choose to have children, I'm going to raise them as a vegetarian. But it still scares me knowing that they'll be going to school with all their friends and their friends are like, you should try this. And they're kids. They want to try and experience and learn new things, which I'm not against. But yeah, I think they need to have vegetarian options in school. So when I first went vegetarian, I was 19 years old. I was working in 2 restaurants. One of them served Tex-Mex food, so I have fajitas and tacos and burritos in my face every day. And yeah, it was a lot, but you know, I still managed to do it. I really had like a lot of gas when I first went vegetarian because I increased my fiber intake, I guess. And then your body, when it's trying to adjust to your new lifestyle, and I learned it wasn't just me, it's a lot of people, you develop a lot of gas. My gas, it didn't have an odor, it didn't smell, so I knew something great was happening to my body, but it was like non-stop. It was crazy. I probably did not eat meat again until I was like 25 years old. And by the time I made it to 26, I was definitely back into meat. And I was dating, you know, a dude, he was obese, ate anything and everything, put anything in his body. But, you know, he's not very educated on food either, nor does he care. He just know it tastes good. He used to dip his pizza in garlic butter, which is just like, really, dude? And I didn't realize it, but my eating habits were starting to catch up to his, and I started gaining weight on top of other factors, but that was one of the reasons. And you know, we went out to eat all the time to like 5-star restaurants, and we were just going in, and it's like, this is an expensive, juicy steak. How can I pass this up? You know, eventually it just started taking a toll on my body to a point I had to say, you know what? So after I broke up with him, probably 4 months later, I got into a relationship with my new boyfriend. Well, he's not new anymore. We're almost a year. And so in 12 years, I had ate meat for about 3 years. And I got into a relationship with my current boyfriend 4 months after I got out of that one. And my current boyfriend, he just has so many great qualities, from consistent with church, godly man, prays, doesn't eat meat, personal trainer. He just has like so many great qualities, and that made me fall in love with him. And the one thing that really turned me on was he didn't eat meat, and I didn't expect that, because one, you know, he works in a restaurant as well, and it's the restaurant serves a lot of bullshit, so I didn't expect that. Two, he kind of got like a little rough hood side to him, so I didn't expect it either. That was my fault for judging. Lesson learned. I didn't want to stop eating meat at this moment. You know, the person that I am on the inside, deep down in me, I knew I didn't want to eat meat. Being with my boyfriend definitely motivated me to transition back into not eating meat. My boyfriend is actually pescatarian, so he still eats fish. And I was like, okay, well, because we're around each other so much, and this is a hard transition, and we go out to eat like every day, I'm just going to start with pescatarian too. I realized doing pescatarian, I don't really care for fish too much. Getting fish from different restaurants, it was different smells, different textures, sliminess. Some were really fishy, some were okay, some were slimy and really fishy and fried with grease. It was like, bleh. I'm allergic to shellfish. I still eat it here and there. You know, I take a Benadryl after I'm done eating, but I know that pescatarian, I couldn't do it. So recently, after I'm almost a year back not eating meat, and I'm transitioning into vegetarian currently right now. So yeah, that's my no meat journey. Also not eating it, like I've been educating myself, like what these farms are doing to it and what else is in the rest of my food that I'm eating. And I'm like falling in love with knowing these things. Another thing I'm doing is I'm transitioning from like my toothpaste, my deodorant, detergent I wash my clothes in, to plant-based products, okay? Or if they're not plant-based, I try to do all natural. So this is Game. It is plant-based, smells really good, and I wash my clothes in this. And I like to do the non-scented for my panties because, you know, you don't need all that stuff, all that deodorant. When you're a woman, it messes up your pH balance. So I got that from Target. It was like $7 or $8. This I got from Target too. Love Beauty and Planet. And there it is right here. This is plant-based deodorant. I use Tom's toothpaste and mouthwash. A lot of things that I've transitioned to, because not only was I putting all those bad chemicals from meat in my body, now I'm putting bad chemicals on my body. And you know, we're trying to figure out where all these mental health problems coming from. And mental health is really an imbalance in hormones. So when you're covering your body in chemicals and putting it in your body, it's going to cause a lot of problems. It's gonna unbalance your body. As far as the deodorant, I still sweat a lot. I still kind of smell, not really bad, but you know, there are some things that I do want to try, and I'm going to share with you guys like you could mix like baking soda with lemon juice and something like that, and it really works, and it's natural. So we'll see how that goes. I just don't want to use like regular deodorant anymore. It causes breast cancer, and it's just a lot of things in there that like aluminum that should not be put on the human body. And I've honestly been eating more vegan nowadays, and my body responds to it well. Like I listen to it. So yeah, I'm gonna dedicate this channel to educating you guys what's on food. I think my next video is going to show you how much sugar you're actually consuming, what it does to the body. And I want you guys to know that you don't have to be a hippie. You don't have to be all third eye loving. You don't have to be a certain way to take care of yourself. You could be as ratchet as possible. You could be as hood as possible to love yourself and to take care of yourself. Vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, plant-based, it does not have a look. And unfortunately, people think it does, and it has a certain aura. You could be whoever you are and take care of yourself. And I just want to educate people because, you know, I'm a little ratchet and I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about me. But at the end of the day, I know my insides are happy, my mind is happy, my soul is happy. Thank you. Bye.